Ronaldo. Oh, it's come off guard. Ronaldo. Brazil are in front. Ronaldo. It's 2-0.
Here's football icon Ronaldo Nazario de Lima. He has just scored his second goal of the 2002 World Cup final. He's celebrating with teammate Rivaldo the 8th goal in 7 matches he scored in the 2002 tournament. To everyone at the time, his name is simply Ronaldo. The person he was just talking to is the great Ronaldinho. Now, Ronaldinho's real name is actually Ronaldo Aziz Moreira. He chose the name Ronaldinho, which directly translates to Little Ronaldo. Such is the icon of Ronaldo that even the great Ronaldinho had a name swap. However, due to the emergence of Cristiano Ronaldo, he's now known to this generation as R9 or Ronaldo the Phenomenal. You're probably thinking, I've seen in the history books that Brazil won the World Cup in 2002. But to understand what is so amazing that will never ever be repeated again in the world of football, we need to take a trip down memory lane. After his seizure on the morning of the 1998 World Cup final, Ronaldo will return back to Inter Milan and keep on scoring goals until this happened. In November 1999, Ronaldo tore ligaments in his right knee before later tearing it again in November 2000. Let's put that into some context. With his first injury, he was out for a total of 144 days. After a 6-minute comeback, he then had a second injury which put him out for 522 days. This means that Ronaldo only played 6 minutes in the last 666 days. Playing 6 minutes in 666 days, that's a whole load of sixes.
My wife and my girlfriend, my wife, sorry to say, I'm so
these nuts. Got it!
I'm only joking, but it does seem like the perfect time to plug my brand new video called Football Conspiracies, which does feature both Ronaldo, Zidane and quite a few, so do subscribe so you don't miss out. Well, let's get back to the great man. Months before the 2002 World Cup, Ronaldo's on the comeback track, and for the first time in almost 3 years, he is a little bit injury free. This is crazy. We're talking about professional football. There's no way on earth he'll be ready for the 2002 World Cup. At the time, that was the opinion of Brazilian media, and some sections of Brazilian media even went as far as criticizing Luis Felipe Scolari. They urged him to drop Ronaldo from his World Cup squad. Now, looking back at history, this sounds crazy looking at it from today's standpoint. But in 2002, the Brazilian media then wanted Ronaldo out of their squad for 2 main reasons. The first one being France '98. He was blamed for that French World Cup win, which had fueled loads of conspiracy theories back in Brazil and still actually fuels quite a few conspiracy theories today. The second reason was his injury record. They had simply seen more of Ronaldo in the stands than they had seen him wowing crowds in stadiums. To be fair, you couldn't really blame him. And they were right about one thing. After these 2 injuries, Ronaldo would never be the same again. Don't get me wrong, he was still a phenomenal player, no pun intended. But simply, anyone who watched Ronaldo before that injury at Inter Milan and afterwards will definitely be able to mark a significant difference in his style of play, being a lot less explosive and a lot more of a technical poacher. With not many games under his belt, Ronaldo showed up to the 2002 World Cup, where he would team up with the other 2 R's, making the 3 R's, Ronaldinho and Rivaldo. On the eve of the World Cup in 2002, Ronaldo would be asked by journalists if he harboured any demons from losing that final in France '98, and he would go on to deliver the perfect response by saying that he simply didn't think about France '98, and he spent so many years having so many operations sat there on the table just thinking of actually coming back to the World Cup and doing his business, and boy oh boy did he deliver. The rest, as they say, is history. From not playing for almost 3 years, Ronaldo went on to go win the Golden Boot in that World Cup, as well as picking up the Best Player, as well as the FIFA Best Player of the Year award, now known as the Ballon d'Or award. He went on to defy all the odds and defy all his critics. Player who'd been out of elite sport for 2 years prior to a World Cup shows up and totally dominates that World Cup and proves he is the best player in the world, playing in a brand new style. This has never been seen before in football, and I doubt it ever will be seen in elite sport. Ronaldo de Lima Nazario truly is a phenomenon and is a superstar and a great. He even inspires such players like Lionel Messi, who describes him as the greatest striker he has ever seen. Whatever you decide to call him, whether you call him Ronaldo, R9, Ronaldo de Lima Nazario, or phenomenon, the thing we can all agree on is that he showed his will to win, and this is undoubtedly one of the greatest comebacks ever in professional sport. Well, it's your boy MJ signing out. Please do subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.